Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! And indeed it is Christmas. We have... Oh, the lights just went out. We have a special Christmas paint there, if you can see it. I can't seem to zoom in on the outside. I can only zoom in when I'm on the inside of the truck. Oh. Well, that's interesting. And it's too dark. It might be even too dark to see. I do have the... Some of you were asking. I do have the... one of those boxing gloves from the event. Remember the last videos I made were from the breast cancer research event. I wish I knew where I'm going. We've already got a job picked, and as many of you can guess by the ho ho ho, it's Christmas time and the annual tradition of delivering of the presents. I changed. I should have shown where I was. I was just at the shop. The shop.
Please watch the speed.
Sorry. How do I change that? I need to change that to show me what speed I'm going. I believe it's I.
Right.
There you go. Okay. So I will be able to see what. Well, I could kind of see. But boy, that thing is. If you're using the dial there, it's. I mean, it's pretty small. 20. So I mean.
To turn left.
It's just easier to do this way now, isn't it? But so well, the new game here, 1.3. I don't know where we're at, 1.36 or something, has come. And as you will remember, if you're a regular viewer, there were quite some problems with mods I've been using. So all the mods have been removed. Every one of them, except for the sound mod. I put the sound mod back on. I removed them all because I crashed again upon loading 1.36 at the service center. To change the paint, to change it into the Christmas paint, and to get some repairs. It crashed again. That was a problem I had before, so I was like, well, we just got to get rid of the mods. Anyway, I still had the red tires. Red tires are gone. Crashing is gone. But now I only have the one mod. There's our Christmas gifts. I have the one mod on right now. Just one. Naturally, we will be adding more as we go along. One at a time, Spear. One at a time. Not going to do anything silly and tack on a whole bunch of them like I normally might have thought about doing. There we go. I've also made it a little bit easier for me to zoom back in here. Now these gifts look a little different than our previous. These look more festive. I don't know if festive is the right word. These look more lit up. How about? And I think the last two Christmases we've had the same. That's not a good view. We've had the same presents without the candy canes and without the extra lights on the trailer. And different presents. I think they've changed it up a little bit this year, which is good. You don't want to have the same presents every year. So now we've got new presents to haul. Although if I saw this thing on the road, it seems like it might distract the other drivers. There's a reason you don't see cars driving around with Christmas lights on them. This is more of a truck for a parade than a delivery. But pretty festive. I like it. I'm glad they changed it up a bit. It does. This would look good in a parade, wouldn't it? But let's get back in. But I've also reconfigured the wheel a little bit, so that might take some getting used to. Actually, I think this isn't going to take any time to get used to because I think I've done it really well. Now I've got on the wheel where I can change views quickly like that,
Turn right.
as needed. Before I'd have to grab the steering wheel. Not the steering wheel. The keyboard. No more. Now I can just quickly go from where we need to go. So hopefully we'll be able to get a lot more of these better views. I do like looking at the thing from the outside. Even though it almost always makes me nearly crash. It is fun to look at the truck from the outside. I mean, that's... You want to see it from the outside. What am I driving? Where am I going? What am I carrying? So, we got these gifts, we've got to deliver them. As in all events prior, we've got to do 12 deliveries prior to the deadline. I've got about, in real life, I think I have about 25 days. I'm not really sure when it ends. Now, regular viewers will also catch that typically in these events, I do something completely wrong and do not actually get the deliveries first time out or even second time out. But I've read carefully. I've checked what needs to be done. I've checked the rules, read the rules this time. Reading is, well, you'd think I actually really enjoy reading, but reading the rules in a game, well, not so much. But I've gone ahead and done some research and looked to see what I needed to do to get it done correctly. There is no minimum distance. There's no maximum distance. I could go to all the same cities. I could go all the different. Oh, good. That reminds me too. So I've got the Christmas thing set. So this is going to be our delivery. We're going from Fresno. It resets us back in Fresno every game change. Remember. So with the new version 1.36, I don't know what they added. We're going from Fresno to Oakland, California. We have not been to Oakland very often. It's right near San Francisco. For those of you who do not know. It's just a shot up California's. Well, as soon as we get over, we can get over to the bigger roads. But this is where we go when we're coming out of Fresno. Anyway, so that reminds me. The reason you did not see me win these boxing gloves, along with other breast cancer research presents, is because I just got stuck going back and forth to the same cities. So, and I thought, well, I'm not going to record that. It was just a short little trip back and forth between, what was that, Portland and Wenatchee? Something like that. And I was like, well, I've done enough of these trips. I don't need to record all of them. But the thing was, there was no minimum distance, and I had to get the thing done because I was running out of time. They only give you so many days to complete the tasks. So I was like, oh, I got to get this thing done. And of course, real life gets in the way sometimes of these things. So,
Get ready to turn
what I am noticing, there's hardly any traffic. Yeah, I knew I pressed the wrong button as soon as I pressed it, but I had to take out the traffic mod.
Turn left.
Which I'm really regretting. This is feeling like multiplayer, isn't it? There's no traffic. Which, I mean, it's nice for easy driving. I pretty much drive all my own. There's somebody way down there. Hello. So we don't need the lights on at whatever time of day it is. Let's see if we can tell what time of day it is. Nope. I do not have a clock. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Okay, so the highway's got a little bit more on it. I guess maybe you'd expect. Let me look again. 7:44 in the morning. Okay, there you go. We got the digital. Oh, okay. Don't be pressing your brakes when I'm looking down at my thing. Digital time, mileage, and temperature, gear. I don't know what that thing is above the gear. Next to the speed limit, 45 miles an hour. I don't know. It looks like I might be able to adjust it. I don't know. But anyway, so. But that's why I didn't record all those other episodes, because it was just the same back and forth. And I was like, oh my god, I can't keep showing this. Alright. Here we are, on our way to Oakland. And I have no mods at all, so the greenery is the same as always. The roads are the same as... This is all base, except for some of the sound. Whatever the big sound fix is on Steam. I don't know what version it's on now. It does update automatically on my mod list, so that's perfect. Yeah, I'm sticking with just all the Steam mods now, hoping that they update. Some of them, of course, don't update. See, I took out the vans. I love them. I love my company vans. I don't have them. That should have been a... no, I can't even think of the name of it. Charged. That should have been a charged van. Or a Voltison Motors van. I love those vans. But you'll notice no red tires on any of the trucks. I have no idea what mod that was that introduced the red tires. on the trucks because none of them seem to have anything to do with. No, it was the red tires on the trailers, but for the life of me, I could not figure out what was doing it. So that's all right. You know, a lot of people use the real life company stuff. I mean, that's fun too, but you know, I don't really need that. I like the in-game companies too. But some of them are really, really cool though. Sorry. Like especially in the vegetation mods, the mountain mods, it just made things look a little nicer. But I imagine SCS will eventually incorporate those. I noticed a lot of the things you're getting now, they were previously mods. Well, not a lot of, some of the things you're getting now were previously mods. It's all just a matter of time. Hopefully the sound is better. I've recently invested in a headset. I don't normally wear headsets. I don't particularly like them.
And then exit right.
Thank you, ma'am. I think her name is Sky, if I remember correctly. The Windows voice.
Exit right.
Thank you. I don't normally wear headphones because they really pinch my ears. I've always pinched my ears. I never liked them my whole life because they just seem to pinch my ears a lot. I did earbuds a lot for a while. Those worked, but now we've got an actual headset. Don't use the mic on the headset because I don't think it's a very... Sorry if I'm bouncing around my head. Sometimes... I notice that when I'm watching somebody in iRacing in VR, when they move their head around it can be very disorientating. So I don't normally move my head too much, but it's good to be able to look out the window and stuff. I mean, it's just like real life. I got the head tracker, Track IR, and boy, it is so cool. It makes it so easy just to... It's just like real driving. Seriously. It's so great. Yeah, I couldn't play this game without it. I know you can play with just a mouse to help you look around, but boy, this head tracking is just so cool. Just to look out the window. Look up at the sky. So I try not to jerk around too much. Sometimes you gotta do it on a T intersection like that. But anyway, I have no idea what I was talking about before that. There you go. But that's what I've been up to. I got the other job done.
Go straight on.
Working on these mods. We'll add mods back a little bit. A little bit at a time. A lot of the trailer mods, I like the way they look, but they change the prices of things. They up the price of their... They up the amount of money that their trailer pays so that it's always at the top of the list, so you see it more and it gets out there more, and it's just like inflationary because, okay, so this guy pays this much, so the next guy who makes a trailer mod, he ups it up a little more, and, you know, before you know it. But anyway, but not all of them do that. I mean, they all look good, and not all of them do that, but some of them do that, and, you know, you don't want to keep driving the same trailer mods, and I sort by price, as the financial wizard in me says too, even though we've got a ton of money. How much money we got? $26 million. Well, there's where we're going. I should show that. We're going to Oakland Shippers. I believe that's, I guess that's a dock. We got 43,500 pounds of gifts. So let's just say that's a lot of gifts. I hope people appreciate it. And here we are already in Oakland. This was a lot closer than I thought. Yeah, it looks like it's Oakland Shippers. Ship. It's right down here at the docks. Now you used to have that thing where it would light up, you know, it'd light up the thing red when you were speeding, but
get ready to turn left.
You're supposed to be looking at signs. You're supposed to be looking at speed limit signs. So I think I can turn right here, but I mean, it looks like it's just a big circle. Why am I turning left? Looks like turning right would be just the same. Oop, Hello, copper. No idea why these Christmas presents are going on a ship. It seems most unusual. Maybe they're going up to Alaska. Oh. Maybe I need to work on a backstory on these deliveries I'm making. I mean, I got time to work on something while I'm driving it down the highway. Rather than talking about mods and stuff, I could say, okay, here's our gifts we're taking to the ship so they can be ferried up to Alaska for Christmas. Yeah, how about that? That's a story. Dude! Let that be a lesson to you. I mean, if you're in a hurry and you do something like that, the other person's just going to slow down. You're going to actually get there. You're going to get there slower, because if he had just sat where he was supposed to sit, I would have just driven by at normal speed. But since he pulled out like that, I had to slow down. So you actually get there a little slower when you're too eager. Of course, not always, but you know, sometimes it works that way. I never skip parking. That shouldn't have popped up. Well, maybe it should pop up, but I never select parking. I almost never skip it. Never say never. I've said never like 6 times. We're just dropping these off. This is a pretty easy drop off. Too easy. I guess they've got to put these things in some kind of shipping container. And there you go. Got some seagulls. I don't see them, but you can hear them. Decoupling. Gifts delivered from Fresno to Oakland. Excellent job, Spear. Thank you. Thank you. Level 44. King of the road. Don't forget that. Anyone ever talks about Spear? Say, hey, he's king of the road. Don't forget that. Now, I would normally check out the current company job offers, but since we're in a special event like this, 1 of 12. There you go. What did I tell you? Listen, I might make mistake after mistake after mistake, but boy, eventually I catch on and I read the rules beforehand. The event is Christmas Grand Giving. I've now completed 1 out of 12. 11 more to go. Can't guarantee they'll all be made into videos. Don't want to keep going back from Fresno to Oakland, because that's wow. But join us next time for more American Truck Simulator with the Spear. Thanks for watching.